A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant legal setback for President Donald Trump, a federal appeals court has ruled against his sweeping tariffs, marking a pivotal moment in the ongoing debate over presidential powers and trade policy. This ruling comes amid a backdrop of escalating tensions surrounding Trump's trade strategies, which many critics have labeled as erratic and detrimental to both the U.S. economy and international relations. On Friday, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit determined that Trump overstepped his authority when he invoked national emergency powers to impose tariffs on nearly every trading partner of the United States. This decision upholds a previous ruling from a specialized federal trade court in New York, which found that Trump's tariffs exceeded the powers granted to him under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, IEPA. The court's decision is particularly relevant as it relates to tariffs that Trump imposed in April on countries with which the U.S. has a trade deficit, as well as on imports from China, Mexico, and Canada. The appeals court's ruling allows the Trump administration time to appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court, but it also serves as a stark reminder of the limitations of presidential power in matters of trade. Critics of Trump's tariffs argue that they have caused uncertainty in the markets, leading to fears of rising prices and slower economic growth. The president's approach to trade has been characterized by a willingness to bypass Congress, claiming extraordinary powers to act unilaterally. This has raised concerns about the long-term implications for U.S. trade policy and the precedent it sets for future administrations. In his defense, Trump has described the tariffs as essential for addressing long-standing trade imbalances and protecting American jobs. He has referred to the tariffs as a form of reciprocal taxation aimed at countries that impose their own tariffs on American goods. However, the legal challenges to his tariffs have highlighted the constitutional debate over who has the authority to set such taxes. The appeals court's ruling comes at a time when the economic landscape is already fraught with challenges. U.S. companies are grappling with inflation, and many have announced plans to raise prices, further complicating the situation for consumers. As the administration faces mounting pressure from both sides of the political spectrum, the implications of this ruling could resonate far beyond the courtroom. The court's decision also touches upon the broader issue of executive power in the realm of trade. Historically, Congress has held the authority to set tariffs, but over the years, presidents have gradually assumed more power in this area, often citing national security or economic emergencies as justification. The ruling raises important questions about the limits of this power and the role of the judiciary in checking executive overreach. Trump's response to the ruling has been defiant. He has warned that if the decision is allowed to stand, it would literally destroy the United States of America. This rhetoric underscores the high stakes involved in the ongoing legal battles surrounding his tariffs and trade policies. The administration's argument hinges on the notion that the tariffs are necessary to protect U.S. interests and that striking them down would result in significant financial repercussions for the Treasury. Revenue from tariffs has surged, with estimates suggesting that the U.S. collected $159 billion by July, more than double the amount collected during the same period the previous year. However, the court's decision could complicate Trump's ability to impose tariffs in the future, limiting his options and potentially emboldening foreign governments to resist U.S. demands. As the administration prepares to take the fight to the Supreme Court, the outcome of this legal battle will be closely watched by lawmakers, economists, and international partners alike. The implications of the ruling extend beyond the immediate tariffs at stake, as it could shape the future of U.S. trade policy and the balance of power between the executive and legislative branches. In the coming weeks, all eyes will be on the Supreme Court as it grapples with the complex questions surrounding executive authority, trade, and the rule of law. The outcome could redefine the landscape of American trade policy and set a precedent for how future presidents navigate the intricate web of international commerce. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.